Hello everybody, welcome back to the Jigsaw Stuff channel. I've been doing some work off camera trying to sort out the mess that is this. I have actually managed to get the smaller tube out of this, which actually might be more of a problem than a help. The thing that I really wanted to get out was the big tube out of the plastic, but never mind. What I have managed to work out is I need to get rid of, I believe it's 3 centimeters off the end of this tube. And then this bit of tube will actually screw into this, and I can glue this into the wing, and I can actually glue the tube in as well, which will help. But yeah, so first things first, if you don't know what's happened with this getting glued up, check the last video. I can just cut this off with the Dremel, and away we go. So let's get the Dremel out. Okay, so I know it's very blown out, but I'll try and do the best I can. I have sanded all inside of here. I have sliced the end of that off, and I have again filed as much as I can in there, filed as much as I can of this, so we get a good sticking surface for E.P.6. I'm going to glue it in. What's good is because this is being glued in with the tube, because that tube is not coming out, I can actually put glue everywhere. I'm not bothered about stuff getting stuck in. When that is done, I just need to make sure that the tube is in and gets pushed all the way down. I've got pens and drills and all sorts to try and push it down, and then we just wait for it to set. So let me get the glue in, and we'll get that process started. Okay, so that's happily over there gluing. All the excess will just rub off when it is dry. I've got the thin tube in as well, you can see it through the wing. I have also taken off all the tape on here, and it's possibly alright, it possibly isn't, I don't really know. We'll put some tape over it and it'll do, and we'll see how we go, to be honest with you. If it turns out that it's crap and falls apart, well, we'll get a Bixler. It's as easy as that. You know, it's one of these things where this hasn't really cost me any money to put together other than a receiver, and obviously I don't want to break the HD camera, so yeah, we'll see how we go. So next things first. No, first things next. I'm going to be putting in the metal control rods. One of them is quite badly bent, but it does still work, so we'll leave that as it is. I'm going to take these arms off, put the rod down, fit the rod sort of from the back of the arm, because this arm sticks out. Quite a bit proud of the foam, and again, struggle with recording white stuff at the minute. So yeah, let's get that done and make sure that that works properly, and then we'll think about where we're going and what we're doing from there. Alrighty, so the control rod is in, it's screwed in, it's level. I used the little neutral finder here, and you can see the rod sticking out the end. Need to do the same to the other side. What's quite good is the rod actually sticks now above the foam. I know it's really hard to see, but the rod does stick above the foam, so it means we can get lots of movement. Lots of aerobatics, that means. It does sort of line up more or less bob on in that outer hole. We're going to be using swivels, of course, on the end. I was thinking that once I've got this connected up, we can look at putting the tail and fin on, but until this is glued up and set level, I mean the wings, I need to make sure that the tail is at least level with the wings, which I can't really do until they're ready to be actually slid on and hooked on properly, because then if they're out I can alter the tail to counteract it. So what we might do after that is look at what we're going to do with the canopy for the camera, but let's just get this other one hooked up first. Alrighty, so got the other one in, pulled out a right nugget of E6000. You know, I wish I'd got it for you, because it was clearly just sort of do about here, and I managed to and get it out. So yeah, there are both control rods at the back, decent amount to play with on both of them. Again, can't really do much with it now until the wings are set, absolutely 100% set, so we can get them fitted properly and then decide what we're doing with the tail. So we need to look at the canopy, which is obviously going to need quite a bit of modification to fit FPV equipment. Although not really. I've decided I'm not running this because this is just a disaster waiting to happen. I'm not going to bother with the clear canopy. We're going to have it all open. Also means that stuff can get cooled. But what I want to do is I want to put some strengthening in here and here. I'm sure some people would 3D print a new canopy or something, and maybe the Bixler one would fit for this, but because this is a bit of a strange model, that's going to be a pain in the arse to do. So what I have done, got some thin plywood, and we're just going to bap on the edge of that. There is a small hole in it, but never mind. It'll be right. Something that I am considering doing is possibly putting slightly thicker plywood in the bottom section for two reasons. One, that's probably where I'm going to mount, well, that is where I'm going to be mounting the camera to, and the camera is more important if that comes loose. If the video transmitter, which is what I'm going to put on this back piece, comes loose, doesn't really matter as much. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at some of the ply that we've got there that we could possibly use for this section. Not bothered about putting any strips on the front, that's fine. But we can put a thing across there. I'm also trying to decide how to mount it, because unlike most analog cameras, of course, this doesn't come with a bracket. I think they just presume you're going to slap it in the front of a quad or something. There's, again, probably 3D options available, which I might have a look at. But if not, I think I have got some spare arms, because it has got holes. Got some spare arms and some little adapters, so I will have a look in the box to see what we've got and decide where we go from there, because I need to know if I'm putting a FPV camera in this or not. Sorry, a pan servo. So let me go and look in my box and see what we've got, and then we can go from there. If actually, what I'll do first, I could probably do it with a pair of scissors. I'm going to cut this out. We can have that ready to go on, and I'll show you how that fits. Okay, so it's quite a while later, but here we are. I have glued, or I have cut out the ply that we need for this back piece. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sand up the bit of wood, just to give it some texture. Sand up the bit of foam again to give it some texture. E.P.6 glue, some weight, maybe some tape, and that'll be it. And that'll also be it for the video. So let me get that glued on, and we'll finish up after that. Okay, so that is glued on. I did have some window, but the trouble is I couldn't see it lined up, so I've left it at that. I'm having a real issue trying to work out what to do with the camera. So this is a 19mm camera. Most of the other cameras I've had a 22mm. So, you know, for example, I've got this spare, but it's too big. I have in the past bought, you can buy adapters from Runcam that adapt 19 to this. I have also had a look in here, and I believe this is a 19mm camera, a Micro Swift 2, for example. So this is an analog camera, but again, probably not going to buy analog stuff ever again. So, you know, everything's either going to be sort of reusing longer range stuff, or will be HD. So again, this is for smaller cameras, supposedly, but it's too big for this. Okay, maybe this is for 26, and there's 22, and then there's 19. So this is 22. I have got another one of these Runcam cameras. Give me a sec. See if this other one's even smaller. Not sure if it is or not. So that's a Micro Swift 2. So I presume that's the same. Yeah, that's going to be the same. Have I got a Nano or anything? Doesn't look like it. Well, this is camera spares. So hang on, we've got one of these adapters actually. Oh, we've got two of them. Let me get the one that's not in a bag so we don't screw it up. What I mean, these adapters, but I think they're from 20 to 22mm. If I... Oh no, hang on. There's some success. That fits really well. So these are for Runcam. That looks... Will I have the holes line up? No, so none of the actual holes in the camera will line up. Annoyingly. I'm going to have to cut a notch in for the wire. But that looks like that'll work, so that's good news, because then I've got this, which is spare. Right, apologies about getting disrupted then. While my parents are away, the girlfriend's here. So while she was yakking at me, I have actually put together a bit of a camera mount. So it is a normal sort of standard Runcam mount with their 19 to 22 inch adapter. I have, very bad at focusing this, I have had to put in a washer at one side to make up the gap, but other than that, it's fine. It's like a 1mm out. I think they only have a little bit of spaces. Maybe they do that on purpose so that you can't use their stands of other people's cameras. I don't know. I have also cut a little nick in the plastic. Why is it so bad at focusing? Why is it so bad at focusing? The app froze horrifically there. The app crashed then, which isn't great. What I was just showing you is this thing. I put a notch in, sort of dug in with the wheel of the doobie flopper, sort of wheeled it about a little bit, and it went. And yeah, that's now basically ready to bolt on top of a servo arm again. Only thing is obviously this isn't screwed in well. I can't use the built-in screws. It's literally just a friction fit. And if I was lazy, I'd just run a bit of super glue in. Hot glue could be an option. I'm trying to think of what other options there are, to be brutally honest. Because it's a bang tight fit in terms of, you know, I won't be able to get anything around it. And if this is upside down as it is, I can always mount the adapter the other way up. But yeah, I could really do with got an idea for that. I think hot glue may be the best thing. Run sort of a bead of hot glue around the back of it, get it locked into place. It is going to be a case of sort of doing it up with Loctite to make sure it doesn't move once we're happy with where it is, because we can't use these sort of round bits here to lock it in at the right angle. And I've had cameras come loose before. It's quite interesting to try and fly a plane where any sort of G's and the camera flips the other direction. But yeah, so we're making progress with that steadily, slowly but surely. As I say, that is gluing. Doing so well, it's gluing to the paper as well. But no, that looks alright. Get a bit of file afterwards. So yeah, I'm going to be definitely using just another one of those MG9 servos through here, which on one hand I'm kind of like, you just glue it in. But again, we've had that much issue with gluing stuff in that that might not be the best idea. Or if I glue in a proper plate of plywood, even if I use that same thin stuff and then put another thicker piece on top, that would still be better than nout. So yes, well, no, we have got a solution for that, because to be honest with you, I don't have any ABS for 3D printing some of Penner's 360's ones. And I was slightly tempted to maybe pay the 70 quid for the new gimbals that they've got. But to be honest with you, I'm probably not going to use much of the sort of pan and tiltiness. And also, it's a lot of money to fly headlong into a tree, which is probably what will happen with this model. Yeah, I'm going to leave it for now, this video. We'll come back to it in the coming days, hopefully, and we can finish some more stuff off. I did think about using this mount when I saw it was too big, but then realised that that mount, the smaller mount, was then too small. Hooray! It does mean that probably you could use that smaller mount directly with a washer, but never mind, that could sit all nice and happy with that camera in there. I might have a bit of a sort out of stuff that are in my cupboards, because as I say, the chance of me using analog for sort of pretty much anything, to be honest, is very short, and I can use some of that funds to help buy new stuff that I'm actually interested in and excited for. Troyash. That wing is also setting up. We can then do the servos again. Christ knows what I'm going to do them with. This model's a bit of a nightmare. E6000 again, because you can rub bits away, isn't too bad, but again, not the thing I would normally glue servos in with. It'd be basket tape and a bit of super glue. But no, these servos went in with screws, so I can't even test with them. Maybe masking tape to the phone would be alright. But anyway, so yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm going to probably put some white Gorilla Tape over this bit and down the bottom, not use that bit of plastic there. Maybe put that bit of plastic in there just to fill the hole up, But then, you know, just run white Gorilla Tape. It's a white model. White Gorilla Tape will be fine. And again, white Gorilla Tape is a bit stronger than clear tape, and this is going to be a bit of a thrash and bash model. So, yes. And then once this is done and ready, I might actually have some drive to go flying, because I've not been this year, and it's the middle of August, so there is a chance we could go a full year without. It is one of these things where, as well, this is something that I could very easily keep in the back of the car and go for a couple of flights after work, because the flying site isn't actually too far away from where I work. Fly up there, as in go in the car up there and then fly. You know, just have a couple, 2 or 3 batteries, and then maybe sort of get me back into it a bit. Then sort of sacrifice it or putting a full day together. Although again, going into the night, going into getting darker, so doing stuff after work is even harder. And while I would love to get a Flex Innovations, one of their little foamy yaks, and the Night Flyer, trying to get stock of that at the moment is a bit of a fucking nightmare. So yeah, we made progress. The wings should now actually fit to the plane, and again we can then do tails and fins and stuff, and then we can look at sorting out putting the receiver back there. But yeah, I'll try to edit this mess together. Sorry if it's a little bit all over the place. I know we're slowly, steadily making progress as and when we can. So some progress is better than no progress. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully this bit doesn't look too awful, because it seems as if the app is really, really unhappy. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you on the next one. What's always nice is I've worked till I'm knackered. I don't have to tidy up because they're not back for another week or so. So yeah, but thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.